Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr. It's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, April 9th, 2018. How the fuck are you doing? Huh? Oh, that's good. That's good. I just got back from Cincinnati, or as they call it, the Natty. The night before I was in Pittsburgh, or as they call it, the Berg. About a year ago this time, I was in Cleveland, or as they call it, the Land. I've always wanted to do a gig in Akron, or as they call it, the Ron. What is with that part of the fucking country? What is St. Louis? They call it the Louis? The Louis? Hey, welcome to the Louis. Hey, welcome to the Walkie. Welcome to the Inneota. No, it's a state. Minnesota. Inneota. Welcome to the Appalus. Welcome to the Pole. No, it only works with the Berg, the Natty, the Land. And I'm Bill Burr, the douche. And when we return, we're going to be discussing the upturn in the stock market. You know what's funny? I didn't give him shit about that at all. I didn't even think about that the whole time I was there. I was too fucking tired. I flew in Thursday night so I could get up early the next day and go do WDVE with Randy and Bill. And I went in there. Ian Baggs sitting there like the fucking headliner he is. And there's Joe Bartnick, and we had a great time. And I said bullshit twice, and I said fuck once. I knew when I said fuck because everyone went, oh. And I'm such a foul-mouthed, freckled jerk-off. I didn't even realize I did it. I felt bad. But whatever. I had a good time. So I want to thank Randy and Bill for having me in all these years. That's why I sell tickets in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was a very difficult ticket to sell for a long fucking time. You know? I used to work that goddamn cavernous Improv. It's not a comedy club. It's not a theater. It's just a giant, like they should have a fucking DJ in there. One of those big rooms with no chairs, right? And the guys just start spinning. Everybody's on fucking drugs. Whatever it is they do. Actually, I've seen some of those DJs lately. I've seen some of those YouTube videos. And they have little Casio keyboards, to add to their beats. Do you think it's harder to play drums with just your little fingers than actually play drums? You know what I'm getting sick of? I'm getting sick of the one-man band guy, when they got that little fucking thing where they do a drum beat first, then they add the bass, and then they yell some shit, and then they fucking do something else. I mean, how many people are going to do that fucking act? All right? It's like, I get it. You have no friends. It's like the baseball kid for a musician. The whole point of making music is to go do it with other fucking people. Look, if you're doing it at a high fucking level, I don't mind. But there's a lot of people on YouTube who just go, boo, get, boo, boo, get, boo, get, boo, boo, get. And then they hit the thing, and then they just stand there, and they can still hear his voice going, boo, get, boo, boo. I know somebody's going to turn this into a song, so I'm not going to make the rest of the fucking noises. All right? You probably just used like the part of the podcast, or maybe that laugh there. Put that over the top, right? And then add your own stuff. And then you have there you go. Make a podcast theme. Or whatever the fuck I was just doing. Every time, everybody flips the fuck out. Like, holy shit. I can't believe they just did that. It's like musicians have been doing that for years, haven't they? I remember Steven Tyler way back in the day when they had them making a pump. He was on every fucking instrument in there. I guess because we never saw it. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is one. I try not to do podcasts on days that I flew on an airplane because I feel like for me, they're never funny. They're always fucking scatterbrained. Oh man, me and Bartnick drove from fucking from Pittsburgh over to Cincinnati. I thought it was like a 3-hour drive. I always forget like that fucking, the Conehead part of West Virginia is in between that part of Pennsylvania and Ohio. And I'll tell you, man, I for the fucking life of me, I do not understand the poverty of that state. Pennsylvania's doing fine, Ohio's doing fine, and you just drive through that little fucking triangle on the 70. I was joking on stage. You're driving by on the highway and you look off, you see people like waving, asking for help, you know what I mean? Like fucking Willem Dafoe in Platoon. Such a gorgeous state. I don't get it. I don't know. I think one day that place is going to turn around the way downtown Cincinnati did. I remember 10 years ago, I did that Funny Bone that's just across the fucking river, the Ohio River in Cincinnati. I was in Kentucky, and I stayed. They're like, "You want to stay out in the Kentucky area?" I was like, "Nah, I want to stay in downtown Cincinnati. I want to be downtown where shit is happening." And I was there 10 years ago, and it was one of these fucking towns, man. Everybody comes into work at 8, and at 5, everybody leaves, and you're alone. There's nobody there. There's homeless people. There's people who need mental assistance. You know, crazy people. And all the stores is fucking closed up. You got to get your last meal by 3 o'clock, or you're fucked. And I had been there. It feels like forever. And I immediately went into downtown area. It's fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. There's actually a whole article. The second I got there, I was like, this is not the Cincinnati that I remember from that fucking gig. And that I carried with me the next 2 times, even though it was slowly getting better. I had such a bad experience the first time. They actually people writing fucking articles on it. Where the hell is it, Bill? There you go. Cincinnati streetcar. They got a fucking streetcar. Okay? By the time the first passengers boarded Cincinnati's streetcar in September, its advocates had already been on a wild 15-year ride that included surviving 2 ballot initiatives to derail the project. Whatever. I'm not reading all this boring shit. They got all this fucking cool stuff to do down there now. And evidently, I was talking to this guy in the plane. They revitalized a bunch of bad areas, but they didn't kick the people out. Now, this was according to a white male in first class. So who knows? Who knows what happens? Because that's what I'd like to see done. You know? Have that done. And for poor white people, too. I never understand where it's just like, oh, we're making this area better. It's like, what about the people that were there? They would have made it better if they had any fucking money. I don't understand why, like, areas like that. At this point, you know, we're doing all these startups and all of this shit. We ought to do it for our own fucking countrymen, shouldn't we? Then every place is nice. Everywhere you go is a nice little fucking cupcake area or whatever. I don't know. Do you think then everything would be the same? Because you already have that fucking problem. You know? There has to be a way to go into different neighborhoods of people and fucking help out broke-ass people, yet they don't lose their vibe. You know? The music, the food, the people, the whole fucking thing. Because once I don't know. Once the fucking people, once white people come in, then it just becomes white. You know? I really don't even know what I'm talking about right now. I just don't understand West Virginia. It's fucking gorgeous. I don't know why people don't want to. Is being a miner the only fucking job? Is that why? You know, there's either people there mining. Isn't that fucking Honey Boo Boo from there? Fucking dirt floor cabin she grew up in. It's one of the saddest things I tried to watch that show one fucking time, and they were going down the grocery store, and they were having an auction on food that was at the grocery store that they no longer could legally sell. And they weren't even buying shit that at least used to be healthy, like perishable shit, like fruits and vegetables, which God knows what the fuck they sprayed it with. Right? They were fucking bidding on like double stuffed Oreo cookies. It's like they've already expired and they're not good for you. And she's sitting there looking like Haystack Calhoun. I mean, what the fuck do you... here's a question. What do you do with that? You know what I mean? That's just like, it's just a shit show. And it already fucking procreated. So now you got half of that and somebody else. Maybe they'll be half as stupid. Maybe some smart person got drunk and fucked her. That's the best thing you can hope for. And knock down her stupid by 50%, right? Because certain people you see, they're broken. You're just like, all right, well, maybe if they had some opportunity. Then there's other people, it's just like, nah, even if she was born rich, I just don't. Then once the parents died, I think, I don't see that fortune surviving. Let's look up Honey fucking Boo Boo. Oh, Honey Boo Boo was the mom. No, that was the kid. Honey Boo Boo mother. Come on, internet. Mama June. Mama June of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, famous for raising pageant prisoners. Where the fuck is she from? Amazing weight loss. Jesus Christ. When people are really fat and they lose all that weight, then they got to figure out what they're going to do with the skin. Then they need to do a startup to get rid of the skin, right? Jesus Christ. She'd need an extra startup just for the shit underneath her chin. She has that unfortunate thing where, it's like your chin is flush with your chest. And she's way too young to have that level of a double chin. And that's what happens, people, when you go down to the grocery store because you're so fucking broke and you have to bid on already expired double stuffed Oreo cookies. Her neck is full of the cream. That's what it is. I know, that's disgusting, isn't it? But you know what? In this day and age, I imagine she's a hero. All right, let's see her loss. She lost a bunch of weight. Good for her. Good for her. Now she's going to live longer. You know what they should have done with the facelift? They should have also they should have fixed her. I know this is harsh, people, but there's too many fucking people. There's too much traffic. Okay? You can't have dumb people making more fucking people that are going to be out there on the road, and their DNA is full of fucking expired Oreo cookie double stuff. You can't fucking do it. And this is the thing that liberals cannot handle and conservatives go too far with. There has to be a feel-good solution. I would just say, listen, if you're dumb and you don't have kids, the government will give you Oreo cookies that have not expired. How about that? We'll start with that as an taxpayers will pay for that. That'll come off the top, right? I don't know how to solve this. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. I can't tell you this. Guess what the fuck I'm doing on April 13th? I'm going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, at the Rough N Rowdy event. I cannot fucking wait for this. I think I got the suit that I'm going to wear. I'm very excited, and I'm going to be there. It's going to be $15.99 if you order now. $19.99 the day of the event. I'm going to be commenting the entire night, God willing. I'm going to be there with El Prez, Dave Portnoy, and the big cat, Dan Katz. And guess who's fighting on the card? The one-man thrill ride. All right? He's not wrestling. He's fighting. He's not wrestling. He's fighting, and he's going to show why he's an absolute savage. And I can't fucking wait. I'm very excited for this event. I hope I add to it and bring some more humor to it. And check it out. It's $16. The fuck do you care? What do you do with your $16? Go down there and bid on some cookies. So anyways, I had a great flight back from Cincinnati. Congratulations, by the way. I was very excited for Cincinnati. After watching Pittsburgh, their whole downtown area start to get going again. All right? Cleveland's made a huge comeback. Cincinnati has made a comeback. It's fucking tremendous. I hope this keeps happening because I've been on the road since the 90s, and those places were really sad. And I remember in 2004, when Nick Costas opened Hilarities, I remember looking across the street and talking to one of the comics there saying, if I had money, I'd buy that fucking building right across the street. And it was just like this beautiful building that was just empty. Just fucking empty. And Hilarities were the only lights on that block. And I would finish my show, and the cop would walk me to my hotel around the corner to make sure I didn't get jumped or anything, right? So, and here we are now, like that whole street now is lit up like the fucking Bullwinkle show. And, man, if I was where I am now, back then, I would have invested in all those. And I wanted to invest in Detroit now. That's fucking coming back too, but I still might do that. You know, I think that's a great thing to do. Buy a fucking, in an up and coming city that needs some money in there, you buy something there and you don't kick the people out and you give them a nice, safe place. You know, they're paying rent. The fuck, these fucking assholes, they redo these things and then they kick everybody out. Then they try and flip it. You know, those fucking heartless cunts that'll go into some beautiful building and just gut the place and come back with like Home Depot bullshit. And then kick everybody out and try to get fucking, 20 and 30 somethings in there. I don't know. I'm against it personally. But then again, I never try to do it. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe someday I'll become a slumlord. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do. All right. Anyways, plowing ahead here. So my flight back, I overslept, but fortunately the airport was right down the street and cruised through security and all that shit. Got there in plenty of time. And I get on the plane and Delta Airlines. I always fly a different airline. I'm not fucking loyal to any of them because I never use the fucking miles. All right. I have no interest in getting on the phone, trying to figure out, when I can use them. I don't give a fuck. Keep the fucking miles. What am I, George Clooney in that fucking movie? Up and Away? Up and away with my salt and pepper, perfect fucking hair. You know what I love most about that movie? I'm going to ruin it here. Is when he finally finds love and he comes and he finds out that woman's married. And she looks at him like, get the fuck out of here. And he has to get the fuck out of here. That was one of the realest things I've seen in a movie in a while. That's how it usually works out, Something happens. So anyways, why would I say that? Why would I put that sort of negativity out there? Oh, because I'm a cunt. That's right. So I get on the plane and I made sure I told my wife to tape the F1 race from Bahrain. And I get on the plane, lo and behold, I have ESPN2, and I'm like, holy shit, the fucking race is coming on at 10 past 11, right? So I sit there and I'm watching fucking ESPN, which is hilarious now. You know what I mean? Every sports talk show now, it seems like a woman has to be like running it, and then the guys are sitting there like she's the teacher now. Just like the overcorrection. You know what I mean? So now like a guy can't run a show? I don't fucking get it, right? So I'm watching this shit. And they show this woman from the women's hockey team throwing out the first pitch. Instead of throwing out the first pitch, she uses a hockey stick. And she takes a fucking wrister and sends it to the catcher. And the guy comes out of his crouch and he catches it. It was a fucking ball, by the way. So there's a woman and a man commentating on this fucking shit. And she goes, see that? You see that? A lot of the dudes can't even get it over. That's why I've been telling you. Women are just better. They're just better at things. The guy's like, I'm not even going to say anything. She goes, that's right. You got a wife and a daughter. It was just like, what the fuck was that? Just imagine that conversation and you flip the sex. The guy's saying it to her. Hey, you see that? Most of the broads can't get it over the plate. Guys are just better at shit, right? I'm not even going to say anything. That's right. You got a husband at home. I'll slap the shit out of you, you dumb bitch. All right, dumb bitch. I put a little bit too much mustard on it. But that's basically what the fuck they said. And then she came back again and she said it again, which is hilarious. And you see that a lot now. And at first it bothered me. Then I'm just like, this is actually it's not coming from a place of strength. It's coming from this really insecure place. Like, right? See, we can do stuff. Nobody said you can't. I guess they did back in the day. But nobody now is saying that. I just like, every guy has to have his tail between his legs. I wish I was commentating with her. I'd be like, that's astoundingly ignorant and reverse sexist. What are you talking about? I could fucking do what she just did if you gave me 3 tries. It's a fucking wrist shot with a baseball. You got it teed up on a mound. I don't even play hockey. I think you give me 5 attempts. I think I could fucking do that. But you know what's funny is if I went and I failed, that woman would feel justified because a stand-up comedian couldn't get a baseball 90 feet or 45 feet, whatever the fuck it is, with a hockey stick. That would be considered a victory, I guess. I don't know. So then I'm still watching, right? And then they have this really weird commercial. You got to see this one. I actually wrote it down on my phone so I wouldn't forget. Where am I? Getting the notes. Women are just better. They're just better. I was fucking around with that this weekend where they just sit there going, the future is female. Like all guys are just going to step aside. After we built everything up, we're just going to give you the airplanes. Go fuck yourself. Earn them. I'm fucking with you ladies, but you know what's something? Here's how you divide and conquer. The cool ones know what I'm saying. All right, there's a commercial out right now that you have to see for Nugenic that has the Big Hurt in it. And I swear to God, he's standing there because he lost all this weight. And this woman's standing there with this guy who I assume they're kind of together, right? She goes, he says something, oh, wow, is that the Big Hurt? And she says, wow, that's the Big Hurt. And she said she should call him like the Big Handsome or something. She compliments on the way he looks. And then the guy, rather than being like, the fuck are you looking at another man for and commenting it in front of me? Fucking disrespect me like that in this grocery store. Is there something I need to know? Instead of saying that, he just goes, yeah. Or he kind of agreed with her, right? Then they get over there, and there's this really weird conversation where they're talking about this stuff that helps you lose weight and subtly makes you fuck better. I swear to God, the way the dialogue went, I couldn't write it down fast enough. I thought in the end the dude was going to ask Big Hurt to fuck his wife. Listen, I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Maybe all of this is playful and I just have too diseased a fucking mind. And that's how I'm seeing this shit. So don't take it seriously. All right? Speaking of diseased mind, April, I am going to be no vice. Billy, no vice. No drinking, no smoking cigars, no online porn. Meditating, yoga, working out, eating right, drinking water. All of that fucking Little House on the Prairie shit. Okay? And I am... When you hear this, I'll be 9 days in. All right? Oh, Billy No Vice. Hashtag Billy Nice. Oh, Billy Boredom. What else? Oh, William Without. I'm almost halfway through the month. No, I think I'm going to try to go to my birthday. Right? I'm going to go to my birthday. Get myself, in the shape I want to be in. So turning 50, turning 50 wasn't bugging me. Now all of a sudden, now that it's like 2 months away, as of today, no, as of Tuesday, it's 2 months away, it's starting to fucking hit me. Even though I know I'm not going to feel any different. It's just that you can kind of lie to yourself through your 40s that, I look good for my age and blah, blah. You turn 50, you're fucking old. You're even old to people that are old. Like somebody 70 would love to be 50, but they're not looking at you like they're not picking. They'll take 50. You know what I mean? But if nobody's picking that age. If they rub a genie lamp and a genie comes out, what age do you want to be? Nobody's saying 50, even if you're fucking 120. Who's kidding who? Nobody's saying 40 or 30. I don't give a fuck. Anyways, So it's been going good. It's been going good. I like not drinking, I guess. I do, but I don't know. If you go to Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh's just a town. You're just like, fuck, man, I'm getting drunk. How do you not? This is just, it's too amazing. We went to that Primanti Brothers, however the fuck you say it. We went to the place, the Italian market. Bartnick's favorite one where he gets the gabagool, right? The gabagool. Got all of that, and just, was eating that all fucking weekend. Stuffed olives. I ate like a fucking lunatic, but I didn't eat at night, so it wasn't that bad. But I definitely did not eat healthy over the last couple of fucking days. But anyways, I didn't booze, I didn't smoke anything. Both towns had cigar bars, and I had to walk by them. And on the plane ride home, I was watching top 10 tight ends of all time. And they got to Mike Ditka. And he was talking all this shit. And then he just took, a fucking, couple of pulls off this fat cigar. I was just like, fuck. But I'm going to make, I don't know. You know what it is? It's like every day I wake up and I don't miss not doing heroin because I never did it. And that's the thing. Like they say, once you open the Pandora's box. Oh, fuck. Speaking of that shit. You know that AC/DC song, Sin City? And when they do the breakdown, boom, 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 whatever the fuck. I can't remember. I can never remember the bass line of that. But boom, boom, boom. Oh, yeah, and the kick drum's on too, which is weird. And then Bon Scott goes, ladders and snakes. Ladders give, snakes take. Right? And I was always like, what is he saying there? Ladders and snakes? Liars? Sounds like he's saying ladders, like something you climb up. I never knew what the fuck it meant. Did I tell you guys this the other day? I can't remember. And Mike Devin told me, he goes, no, he said that's in Australia. That's like chutes and ladders. But the original was called Ladders and Snakes. And then I looked it up. It's actually from India, if I'm right. And it has to do with vices and virtues. And it's called Snakes and Ladders. So as you play, it's sort of the same board game as chutes and ladders, right? So, if you get on a snake, that's a vice, and you slide down. If you land on a snake, I should say, you slide down. But if you go on a ladder, that's a virtue, and virtues bring you up. So I'm basically, after years of sliding down into vice, I'm now going to try to go up a couple floors on the ladder, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is every once in a while I got to shut down. But every time I have to shut it down, like the window is shorter. I used to go hard for 10 months and then shut it down for a month. Now it's like I go hard for 2-3 months and then I shut it down for like 4 or 5. I don't know. Can you hear it? Just all the comedy just left of this fucking podcast. It's just not fun. It's not fucking, I don't give a fuck. People have, I fucking love being sober. I love being sober. I was sitting next to this fucking guy, one of these guys that says yes. And that's the worst when you're sober. Can I get you something to drink? I'm like, yeah, I'll have a water. And he goes, I'll have a Bloody Mary. I'm like, fuck, I'd love a Bloody Mary. He finishes his Bloody Mary. She goes, would you like another one? He's like, yeah. How about you, sir? Nah, I'm fine with my water. I was just clocking this guy, right? I flew out, another guy was just like that. Had a Jack and Coke. Then he got the fucking meal. Then got another Jack and Coke. And then the lady said, hey, you want some ice cream? Right? And he's like, yeah, but can I wait? She goes, yeah. Then later he had the ice cream. He said yes the entire fucking flight as I sat down. Just have a water. Anyways, plowing ahead. By the way, that's what you can look forward to. You work your ass off. You sit at the front of the plane. They bring you ice cream like like you're a fucking 2-year-old. But here's the thing then. Here's the thing. All right? You die sooner because you're up there eating and drinking like a fucking asshole. All right? At least if you're in the back. You know what I mean? You're back there starving, but you're going to live longer. All right? And the worst thing is to ride up front and be sober and watching somebody acting like they're in the fucking Roman Empire and you're sitting there drinking fucking waters. Or eating a sad salad. Anyways, let me do the fucking the reads for the week here. What do we got here? Do I have any advertising left in this? Oh, the Black Tux, everybody. The Black Tux, like the Ohio State or the Land, the Natty, the Berg. The Black Tux. For more than a year now, I've talked about theblacktux.com. The Black Tux never gets old because they always have new and exciting styles for your next big event. Ooh, look at that lapel. Hey, I like your cummerbund. Whether you're going for a stylist-selected outfit or building a custom look, The Black Tux has tons of new suits, and tuxedos to choose from. I thought this was for fat people. Tons of new suits and tuxedos to choose from for your big spring event. The Black Tux is always changing up their looks, making it fun to try out different suits and tuxedos. Even if you have your own suit, switching to the Black Tux is always a great idea. And with their new fit algorithm, one of the most overly used fucking words in the English language, our algorithm. You know how they all have a fucking algorithm? Because you gave your information at CVS, you got your fucking retina scanned at the airport, and they all share the information. So now they have an algorithm on they have a fucking 3D model of your goddamn skeleton. Now here's what the mouth-breathing moron says. Hey, I don't give a fuck as long as the tuxedo fits. Jesus Christ, is that thing going to land on my fucking house? The Black Tux, and within their fit algorithm, you don't have to awkwardly measure yourself. How is it awkward to measure yourself? See how they always trying to make it seem more easy? Just measure yourself, you dumb cunt. It's simple. Or ask a friend for help. That's when it gets awkward. I guess, it's kind of hard to... It's not awkward, it's difficult. I see what you're saying. Then your roommate's a guy, and all of a sudden he's got to measure your inseam, in the back of his hands, touching the underneath of your ball bag. You know what? I take that back. Thank God you have an algorithm. All right, the Black Tux does it for you. Plus, the Black Tux is free. Home try-on lets you see the fit and feel the quality of your suit months before your event. I always think that's dangerous. Months before your event, you try it on, and then what? You fucking go out boozing, and it doesn't fit. You're bursting your cummerbund there. After ordering your suit will... I always blow off commas. After ordering, your suit will arrive 14 days before your event. And remember how simple returns are. Wear it, turn heads, then send it back 3 days after your event. Shipping is free both ways. Stand out at your event for the right reason with the Black Tux. Wear it and just ship it back. Good Lord, I can't imagine the hazmat suit they're wearing when they take that thing back during prom season. To get $20 off your purchase, visit thebblacktux.com/Burr. That's thebblacktux.com/Burr for $20 off your purchase. Hey! Thebblacktux.com. Premium rental suits and tuxedos delivered. Simply Safe. Here's why I'm a big fan of Simply Safe home security, evidently. Simply Safe is prepared for anything that gets thrown at it. If a storm takes out your power, Simply Safe is ready. An intruder cuts your phone line, Simply Safe is ready. Say they destroy your keypad or siren, Simply Safe will get you the help you need. They come running up your front door with a fucking chainsaw on, Simply Safe is ready. Sure, maybe it's overkill. Maybe you don't need to be ready for every worst-case scenario, but that's what makes Simply Safe home security system so great. It is always ready. Simply Safe could cost an arm and a leg, but you know what? It doesn't. Instead, they only charge you what's fair. 24/7 professional security monitoring is just $14.99 a month. It's only $1 less than the fucking Barstool event. Rough N Rowdy. Look at that, cross-promoting. There are no contracts, no hidden fees. I recommend Simply Safe to everyone I know. You got to check it out. Go to simplysafeburr.com. That's simplysafeburr.com to protect your home and family today. Hey, simplysafeburr.com. And lastly, but not leastly, our old friends. They've been with us since the beginning. This might be my first advertiser, if I can remember. They've never had a fucking problem. All right? Salt of the earth, Stamps.com. Create your Stamps.com account in minutes, online with no equipment to lease and no long-term commitments. Click, print, mail, and you're done. Keywords and descriptors. Convenient, easy, reliable, efficient. Stamps.com brings all... Am I supposed to work those in? Stamps.com brings all the amazing services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your fingertips. By or your toes if you don't have any arms. You ever see those people born with no arms? How flexible they are? Shooting bows and arrows. They can use this shit too. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, any package, any class of mail using your own computer and printer. Stamps.com makes it easy. They'll send you a digital scale that automatically calculates the exact postage. Stamps.com will even help you decide the best class of mail based on your needs. No need to lease an expensive postage meter, and there are no long-term commitments. I use Stamps.com whenever I'm sending out my posters. I'm a moron. If I can figure out how to do it, God damn it, so can you. All right? When I use it, I really find it so easily, conveniently, reliably efficient. And right now, absolutely no negative references to the post office. Okay, got it. I will not say one bad thing about the post office. And right now, you too can enjoy the Stamps.com services with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial, plus postage and a digital scale. Go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in Burr. That's Stamps.com. Enter Burr. All right. That right there, that was textbook fucking advertising reading. Oh, did I? So anyway, I watched the fucking F1 race. Congratulations to Max Verstappen. Congratulations to the Ferrari team. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the pits. I hope that guy from Ferrari is all right. You knew he broke his leg. What's his face? What the fuck's his name there? Kimi something or other. Kimi Rigatoni. The other guy in the fucking Ferrari team. I thought I fucking knew his name. Anyways, he comes in for a pit stop, and they've been having all these problems. Like the Haas team, both their cars the previous race in Australia. Sorry, I'm typing this in here. They fucking went to go change the tires and they didn't get them on properly, and they left and the cars were unsafe and they both got knocked out. Oh, Kimi Räikkönen. He came in for a pit stop. They didn't put the right rear one on right, or they didn't get it on in time, or they thought it was done. I don't know what. The guy with the jack lets the fucking car down. I don't know who fucked up. There's like 40 people that run up to the car and they're all dressed exactly the same. And when he went to drive out, the guy's that giant back rear tire went right over this guy's fucking foot and leg. And, and he's sort of peeling out too. So, Jesus Christ. So that knocked their car out of the race. Lewis Hamilton had a great race, started in 9th, got all the way up to 3rd, got to the podium. What's his face? Max Verstappen accidentally crashed into him or whatever. And Lewis Hamilton, once again, fucking whining about it. Said Max is a dickhead. It was a dickhead move. He wasn't showing him any respect out there. It's like, Lewis, he's doing what you did when you came up. What's he supposed to do? Oh, my God, that's Lewis Hamilton. I'm not going to try to beat him through this fucking turn. I didn't have a problem what he did, and neither did the judges. So what's the problem? He had this whole fucking thing where he was saying, he was disrespectful. It was a dickhead move and all of that. Hey, I don't know. That guy is... I totally respect him. He's a fucking amazing driver. But I swear to God, if he doesn't win, he's always bitching about something. He reminds me of Peyton Manning early in his career. We had protection issues. Always fucking finger pointing. Oh, my radio wasn't working. So it was very difficult to try to figure out when I was supposed to drive or not. Haven't you done enough of these? There's somebody in front of you. Go get him. Bill, it's a little more sophisticated than that. He was on the mediums, and the other guy was on the super soft. Anyways, it was a great race. I'm just fucking with the Lewis Hamilton fans. Fucking relax. I'm just fucking around. I know he's your Beyonce, and I'm gonna have to deal with the fucking the Lewis hive coming at me. I don't know. I make fun of Lewis Hamilton because he is the best. The guy's the best. Mercedes last year was the fucking best. The last couple of years, they've been the goddamn best. And I'm new to the sport, so what am I going to do? Am I going to jump on the bandwagon? I can't. I'm rooting. I root for Haas, the American team. When Kevin Magnussen came in 5th place. That's 10 points, motherfuckers. Unfortunately, our other driver, Romain, like the lettuce, Grosjean, however you say his name, he came in 13th. But it was a great fucking race, and I hate to say this. ESPN2, their coverage of that race was fucking phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And I got to kind of knock a little fuck. I got to knock fuck sports a little bit because they just used to just follow the leader. Whoever was leading, they were just up there, and then all the racing was going on in the back, and 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Like, the level that ESPN2 was covering the race, and showing that all that passing, and like, you know, when anybody gets like, who's a good driver gets like some sort of penalty, a gearbox penalty or whatever, and they move back, you don't get to watch them come through the field in these past years. The way ESPN, you know, was following Lewis Hamilton coming up, it was fucking great. I love the race. Now, granted, I don't know shit about racing, and I watched it on, you know, the back of somebody's fucking chair on a flight. I could barely tell how many laps were left, so I imagine I missed a lot of the drama. But I went back and I looked at that. It's just like Max Verstappen. You can see he's going to be one of those guys. He's probably going to win a championship. He's really young. He's a great driver, and he's got balls. You know, it takes a lot of balls to go into a turn with Lewis Hamilton to be like, fuck this guy. I think I have position. Good for him. Unfortunately, you know, it fucked up his car. I don't know. I think Lewis is a little scared. You know what he reminds me of? It was like when you see that interview when Milton Berle is trying to get Richard Pryor to fucking, you know, stand down. Because Richard Pryor has the nerve to fucking laugh at him, and then Milton Berle does that. He goes, I'll give you some advice. And he goes, pick your spots, baby. And then Richard goes, all right, sweetheart. Yeah, fuck you. Would you invent comedy? You didn't. Go fuck yourself. I'm funny too. That's how I feel Max Verstappen. Yeah, he's a fucking race car driver. He's supposed to fucking get out of the way. He's not racing anymore. Now he's just driving around. I could fucking do that. Poor Red Bull team. Jesus Christ. Fucking Daniel Ricciardo, a.k.a. Ricky Rikkinen. He fucking, his car just died. Verstappen, after he tried to pass Lewis Hamilton, when his tire went out and his differential got all fucked up. But whatever. That's opening the doors for the American racing team. Haas. We were doing great in Australia till we couldn't put tires on. It was fucking hilarious watching our pit crew coming out. They were so goddamn nervous. They came out with like laces out energy. But it was a great race. And next week, everybody, the MotoGP race, I think, is next week. It is. Is it? No, wait. Is it in 2 weeks? There better not have been one today. If there was one today, I fucking recorded it. Hang on a second. I was trying to go to that one, and after I do Nashville, I was trying to go down to Austin and go to the race. I got a kid, man. I can't fucking do that. If I was in Austin, I would do it, but I'm not going to fly out of my way and not hang out with my kid. What am I, a fucking degenerate? Huh? Yes. I'm not that big a degenerate, though. All right, MotoGP. Come on, load. This is how bad my internet is. I have to cheer it on. Come on, you can do it. I took like Lamaze classes with my fucking internet. Come on, do it. Push. You look so beautiful. It's still loading. This is fucking, I pay like I got to get like a tech nerd over here, you know? But before they do, they got to wear a helmet with a chin strap so their jaw doesn't hit the floor when they see how much I'm fucking paying a month for cable. You know, said they'd help me out with that. I got to take them up on it. Red Band told me he'd help me out with that shit. Because he told me a story. He said he went home to his parents' house and saw how much they were paying and then called up their provider and, tore him a new asshole with his algorithm. It's still fucking loading. All right, I give up. Whatever. Let's read some fucking question his for this week. By the way, I gave up arguing with my wife for Lent, and I'm continuing it. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am getting some wins. Because look, I'm still losing a lot. All right. But I'm looking at like a 7-9 season, I think. That's what I'm projected at. But I was like fucking 0-16 like the Browns last year. Because I'm finding like what's good about not losing your temper is when you're right, and if you can somehow keep your wife on topic, you're actually going to win. I don't know. Who knows? I already know she's already fucking adjusting her game to my new fucking style. Why won't this fucking thing load? What is the fucking problem? How much money do I have to fucking pay? Wait a second. Let me just bring my energy back down. Bringing it back down again. It's not that big a deal. All right. Here we go. Come on. Load. There it is. Oh, there was one today. There was one in Argentina. I got to watch it. I got to watch it before somebody tells me the fucking results. I'll talk about this one on Thursday. Nice. Then I also have to watch the UFC. Even though I already know the results there, I got to watch this shit. The big fights. Rose Namajunas versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I say right? Joanna Jędrzejczyk. You know, I know how to say that because I listened to this fucking Russian guy. Is this it? Yeah, I listened to this guy for like an hour. It was Rose Namajunas versus
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Did you guys get that? It was... Once again, the fight was Rose Namajunas versus...
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Joanna. At some point in her life, she has to meet fucking Axl Rose so he can sing her name, right? Joanna Jędrzejczyk. Sorry. Boogie Woman is coming for you. I don't know what she was trying to say, like the boogeyman. She probably read up on the boogeyman. I mean, it's a second language. It's pretty good that she could come up with that. But that was oddly terrifying when she was saying that. Boogie Woman is coming for you. I was like, I don't know. This brought me back to when I was single. I was like, man, I remember I dated Boogie Woman a couple of times. You know, one of those women you break up with and you don't even go back for your stuff. Just like, fuck this. You can have it, man. I'm fucking out of here. Goddamn witch. All right. Des Moines, Iowa. Billary Swank. Hey, Billary Swank. Just checking in on you and giving you some ammo when you go back to your advertisers. Of all the podcasts that I listen to on a regular basis, your ad reads are the only ones that I will not skip through. Yeah, exactly. That's why I fuck around through them. So you got to keep it entertaining because there's nothing stopping you from fast forwarding through. You know, understands that? Stamps.com. You know, didn't Nature's Box. They didn't get it. And those other fucking cunts. Blue Apron. All right. Of all the podcasts. Also, how many corn-fed asses do I need to get into seats to get you to make a stop in Des Moines, Iowa? I've been up there. I was up there in the last year. I did a gig at Iowa State. I don't know if that's Des Moines. I'll get out. I don't give a fuck. I'll go out there. Hippie music blind spot. Oh, here's something I learned with drumming. That the thrash drum beat is the same beat in like shout music. Basically, it's just the bands they're playing with, how they phrase the music on top is different. Punk, thrash, and shout music. There's a lot of fucking similarities. And that's one to grow on. Hippie music blind spot. Dear Billy Curvebald. I love your podcast, and I'm coming to see you in Denver. Thank you. I love to hear you talk about music and drummers in particular. All right, I got somebody new that I'm following on Instagram. She just came up in my feed, and she blew me away. What is her? Oh, fuck. The Pocket Queen. And I thought it was funny because I don't know if she's a Guns N' Roses fan or if it's just a coincidence. But, Rocket Queen, Guns N' Roses fan, and then the Pocket Queen. And she's just an amazing, amazing drummer who's having the time of her life when she plays. I think it's the _ pocket drummer. But I started following her. And I don't know. She's just a fucking amazing drummer. So anyways, plowing ahead here. Where is it here? I love to hear you talk about music and drummers in particular. Have you ever taken a listen to John Fishman, the drummer in Fish? I know, a bunch of hairy hippies. I get it. You know, it's not that. It's that their songs are 17 minutes long. It's just such a fucking commitment. I will say because of Fish, I learned about the Little Feat album, Waiting for Columbus. So I do want that live album. I do want to thank them for that. Anyways, people always put them in the hippie music category, but they aren't the fucking mamas and the papas. I don't mind the mamas and the papas. My mother loved them. So when I listen to them, it reminds me of driving around, in the car when I was a kid with my mom. They've put on more sold-out shows and consecutively... My computer just died. What the fuck? All right. They put out more shows consecutively at MSG than anyone ever. Wow. Even more than Billy Joel, huh? And at any rate, love F is for family and go fuck yourself. All right, well, give me a fucking album that I can, that's a good jump off that I can get into their shit. I saw them live in the early 90s at the old Boston Garden. They headlined. The Spin Doctors were there off their first album. Little Miss Can't Be Wrong, all of that shit. It was like a fucking a grunge thing. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was like overnight, all of a sudden, it had just changed. It was 1992 when I saw him. Let me see if I can look that up. See if I can find the whole lineup. I want to say WBCN was a part of it. Let's see here. Fish, Spin Doctors, Boston Garden, 1992. Yeah. No way. Yeah, October 30th. And the reason why I went there was because the sketch comedy group Al and the Monkeys had won the BCN Comedy Riot. Al Del Benny, Dane Cook, Bobby Kelly were in it, and they performed there too. And I got to watch them perform at Boston Garden. Now, let me see if they got the lineup. This was a semi-Halloween themed Devil's Night, one set show at the WBCN New Music Concert Rocka Boston event. It was Fish, first show at the Boston Garden. Oh, no way. I saw that show. This is how old I am. They actually have to describe the Boston Garden, a historic basketball and ice hockey arena built in the 20s with a capacity of about 15,000. In addition to Fish and the Spin Doctors, the Levelers, Material Issue, Michael Penn, and a comedy troupe that include Dane Cook, Al and the Monkeys, performed it was called Al and the Monkeys. The comedy troupe comedians were... Okay, we won't get into the rest of that. Anyways, plowing ahead. Yeah, I saw them. I guess October 30th. That's right. I had just started doing comedy right around then. Was right when I met Patrice. So there you go. So I've actually seen them. So there's a lot of like psycho Fish fans that would be like, oh my God, you saw him for the first time at the Boston Garden. I saw one of their legendary shows and had no idea who they were. I just remember they had these little workout trampolines, personal trampolines that they were jumping up and down on the whole time, and the crowd was jumping with them. And I thought they were cool, but I never really got into them. All right, race documentary. Hi, Bill. I was listening to your podcast where you talked about your new interest in MotoGP. Yeah, it's fucking... I'm obsessed with it. You should check out this documentary about the annual Isle of Man TT race. I was trying to go to that the last 2 years, and I can't get anybody to go with me. It's not MotoGP, but it has similar bikes, I think. Yeah, it's a road race around the island, and more people have died than years they've had it. So, I mean, it's incredibly dangerous. I'd like to go see it, see people driving that fast, but I don't want to watch somebody die either, or die myself. With shit flying into the crowd. It's road racing instead of track, so there's no tire walls to crash into, etc. It's insanely dangerous. Usually a couple riders are killed each year, and this documentary follows one of the riders for one of the years. I only have a passing interest in racing, but this illustrates the danger of the sport really well. In case the link doesn't work, the doc is called TT3D, Closer to the Edge. Love the podcast. You crack me up. I might even buy some of your shit you're peddling. I'm really not peddling. I don't sell anything on my website. All right? So I didn't need the little snide fucking comment. Oh, maybe you're just talking about the shit that I'm advertising. In that case, fucking have at it. All right. Evil Woman. Ooh, evil Woman. Dear Billy Halebop. I don't get that. Oh, my fucking daughter's up here. I gotta finish this thing. All right, I was watching the documentary called Wild Wild Country with my girlfriend. It's about a group of followers of a guru from India who set up shop in a remote town in Oregon. Everybody's watching this right now. I won't get into the higher question of what is a cult and what is a religion. Oh, I'll tell you the exact thing. A cult is a new religion. A religion is a former cult that took over. That's the only difference. While watching, my girlfriend didn't seem as angry with a particular person as I was. The first in command under the guru was a woman named Sheela. I don't want to spoil the doc for your listener, but she did some evil shit in the name of her cause. Oh, yeah. Yes, she did. She was a fucking lunatic. Like most guys who were in power. She acted accordingly. See, and that's the thing right there, where they sit there and they act like if women ran the world, there would be no war. It's not, it doesn't have to do with sex. Most people, when given power, do not handle it well. They either hurt other people, they hurt themselves, they sabotage it because they can't deal with the fucking pressure. Or they just become a cunt like me. She's a very compelling person to hear and speak, and I understand how some of her might find her charismatic. I liked her to a point. I liked that she was just like standing up to everybody, but then, she went too far. She kind of went like, I'll fucking kill everybody. Instead of just the people she was upset with. She didn't try to hurt them. She tried to fuck over everybody. But when you get to the part 4 of this 6-part series, you start hearing about the town's water supplies being poisoned under her authority. He goes, this is disgusting, isn't it? No, that's fucking terrorism. But this is, 25 years before, 20-something years before, 20 years maybe, before 9/11. So she was just considered a, bitchy, I think. My girlfriend started giving me a hard time for calling this Sheela a cunt, saying I worship guys like Tony Soprano and Walter White. Yeah. He goes, yeah, I do. I worship fictional characters that they were, but I never defended waste management, racketeering, and lying to my family about being a meth chemist. It ended with her telling me that I'm biased towards the achievements of men. I can't deal with this lack of rationale. I'm considering breaking it off with her. Thoughts? Keep your calm and just say, listen, the difference between me liking anti-heroes in a movie versus you liking an anti-hero that actually existed and really poisoned the town. You just say, listen, if Tony Soprano and Walter White were real people, I wouldn't be a fan of them. But, you like the Sopranos. You like the characters. You like the acting, the writing, the way it's shot, Breaking Bad and all that. That's all that is. If you're considering breaking it off with her over this, then I would say, I think you should. I mean, if this is enough to make you break it off, you might as well. Just, I wouldn't drink your tap water for a couple of months. Apparently, I'm controlling is the name of this. Yeah, I'm going to say just by that title, I'm going to say that you are. Apparently, I'm controlling. Like, people who always, get called out on their shit. It's like that bearded cunt on the Flyers every time he fucking takes out somebody's knee. And every time, it's like so blatant what the fuck he just did. It's like totally away from the puck, complete penalty. And he always puts his hand out. I was like, what the fuck did I do? Dear Billy Bunghole, I recently started dating this lady. And everything was going well. So I decided to invite her to a Mariners game for opening weekend. Had I known you were going to say the name of the baseball team, I would have switched it just in case, I don't know, somehow somebody figures this out. Anyways, I knew she was a baseball fan and would be excited to go. I invited her, and she said that sounded really fun. So I was really excited as well. I told her I would take care of the tickets because I knew finding tickets for opening weekend would be hard, so she agreed and said she would pay for food and drinks. Well, look at this. Everything's going great so far. It's like a classic horror movie. They get to the fucking Crystal Lake. Everybody's having a good time. It's all enjoyable to the first time they go, chee. A couple of days later, she started having car troubles and was worried she couldn't make it to the game because she wanted to fix her car by Monday and the game was on Sunday. I live in the city and don't have a car, but offered to rent a car to pick her up, or we could ride the bus together since we would be drinking, and the bus drops people off right outside the stadium. She didn't answer my text for a couple days and told me less than 24 hours that she wasn't going to make it. I sent her a text back saying that I was upset about it and that if we had just had a regular day date scheduled, I wouldn't mind, but the tickets weren't cheap. Front row, lower level, outfield. And I don't get to go to many ball games, and it's important to me. She didn't reply until the next day and said she wants to stop seeing me because the text seemed controlling, but I was honestly just trying to tell her how I felt about being ditched. I'm usually a pushover, and this was the first time I sent texts like this before. So do you think that I was being controlling? I would appreciate some advice. Thank you, and go fuck yourself. P.S. Bring back the Sonics. Oh, you're going to get a hockey team instead. Sonics on ice. Call them the Seattle Soliloquies. No, but I understand both. She has to go to work on fucking Monday. She wants to make sure her car's all right. I get that. But to say that you're controlling and she wants to stop seeing you, I would say she dated a psycho before and is a little gun shy, or she wasn't that into you anyways, to quote Greg Barrett, you know. I hope you just went to the game with a buddy of yours and got fucking hammered. Yeah. I don't know. I would just write back, just say, I guess we had a miscommunication. But I have to admit, if, one little spat like that makes you think about breaking up with me, I kind of feel like you're not that into me anyway. So before one of us really gets hurt, why don't we let's just end as friends and really try to end as friends. That is a skill I wish I had. And to end, the way you end as friends with somebody, this is for men and women, is you have to be 100% honest with them. And if you haven't been honest with somebody and you're in a relationship right now, if you're really honest with them now, they're still probably going to hate you, but you still have to do it. Because what you're doing now is you're setting up healthy relationships in the future. All right? So then you could just got it all out there. They knew from day one. From day one, when you meet a woman, you do what's going on between us? Nothing. I'm just, I'm not looking to be in a relationship right now. I'm just having fun. That's it. So what? You just want to have sex with me? Yes. Well, yeah, I do. What? You're gorgeous. I'm attracted to you. I'll practice safe sex. If you want to get fucked, I'm the man for the job. You don't have to be that honest. All right, anyways. Black girlfriend's family. Hey, Billy Burnt Pubes. You guys are killing me today. I'm a 25-year-old guy, and I've been with my girlfriend about 8 months. 25-year-old guy, I've been with my girlfriend for about 18 months, sorry. Things are great between us, and she's awesome. We're both single parents of four-year-olds, are both in school, and both work decent jobs. All right, I have to ask you this before we go any further. At night, do you dress up like a black woman? I'm just, this is too many coincidences. Is this like some fucking psycho shit where you're Norman and you're your mother? No? All right, I'll continue. She's a great mother, a very sweet, encouraging, beautiful woman who keeps herself in great shape and is working on her doctorate in nursing. The total package. The only problem is her family. Ba-bum, bow. She's a black woman, and I'm the first white guy she's been with. My daughter is mixed, and I'm used to dating interracially, and my parents and brothers love her. But with her family, her brothers and dad just don't like me. They barely speak to me, even though we have a lot of the same interests in sports, music, etc. This sounds like a fucking Ice Cube movie. Her mother, grandmother, and sister love me, and we get along great. But I plan on marrying her and would like a good relationship with her brothers and her dad. They have no reason to dislike me, as I treat my girlfriend very well and have never acted like an asshole around them. Well, yeah, you're getting judged probably by other white people and the shit that they've done. The only thing we can think of is they don't like me because I'm white, because she said her ex and them were cool and even hooped together often. Oh, wait. Okay, so her ex, they like the other boyfriend better. Her brother said to me a few weeks ago when I tried to talk him and invite him to play ball, he said, we got nothing to speak on. You're never going to be family. It came out of nowhere. Before they were just cold to me. I've come across people being prejudiced to me while hooping and in my area I grew up, but it's just weird because they actually know me and know how much I care about their sister. Any advice from you or the lovely Nia on how to approach the situation, or if you've ever run into this problem? I'm saving up to buy a ring and would like to rectify this before committing the rest of my life to her. Thanks for all the laughs over the years and go fuck yourself. That's a fucking major issue. That's a major issue. And relationships are hard enough. Forget about when one whole side of the family doesn't like you. I would just use humor. That's how I'd get through it. I'd go over a house and be like, hey, everybody, it's the white guy nobody likes. Hey, you guys want me to stand outside while you talk to your daughter or sister? I don't know. Or I'd act extra white. I'd go over there dressed like with a Donald Trump extra long red tie. I just started having fun with it. You know? Hey, did you guys see that fucking great speech by Trump? I don't know. See, I'm a dick. I'd probably start doing that. But I got to be honest. That's going to wear on things. I think I would pump the brakes on the ring until you work that out. And I think you guys maybe need help beyond some dick joke fucking comedian. Yeah. Because that sounds like that's going in a direction where she's going to have to make a choice, either be with you or have a relationship with the family. I don't know. But that's above my pay grade. So my advice to you is I would talk to her about it. And, I would tell her, say, listen, I'm ready to commit to you for the rest of my life, but I don't know if I can. I don't want to commit to that, because this is the thing. You don't marry her. You marry her family. And if her family fucking hates you, dude, you're going to be miserable. All right? And having been with somebody for as long as I have, there's ups and downs and shit, even without that. Unfortunately, Nia's family is fucking awesome. So I lucked out there. And even then, we've still had difficult times. Mostly because I'm a fucking idiot. But, yeah, so I would try to work that out. All right? Yeah, what the fuck are you in a rush for? You already have a kid. Okay? And, I don't know. I would just be, listen, I'm not going over your head. They don't want me around there. Fuck them. I don't give a shit. I'm tired of going over there being like, hey, well, you want to fucking hang out? And they go, yeah, get the fuck out of here. So it's just like, all right, I get it. But there's no reason to be stubborn, about it. It's weird because your heart's involved. But anybody with a brain would be like, well, dude, that's going to be a fucking miserable marriage. Ah, Jesus Christ. And then what? They're going to show up at the fucking at the wedding just fucking mean mugging you the whole time? I'll tell you this. If you marry a fucking elope, that's the way to do it. I would go that route. I don't know, dude. See, now you got to do all of this shit. Now you got to do all of this. It's already going to be hard enough. It's already going to be hard enough. You're getting married. It's already going to be hard enough. And now you're going to add that. Fuck that shit. I don't know, but you love her, so I don't know what to tell you. Get help. All right, I'm talking in circles. All right, that's it. I'm going to watch that UFC and that MotoGP. I'll fucking, even though it'll be old news, I don't give a fuck. I'll make it funny. I'll talk about it on Thursday. Have a great couple of days, you cunt. And I'll check in on you in a few days.